Okay, so for this week's discussion about the conflict resolution, one of the first questions was what's been most exciting to learn about in this class and why? And I think one of the first things that we learned about was patient-centered care. And I thought this was exciting, and I think it was really important that we learned about this because it's usually just something that we kind of brush over and we just we're expected to do, and we don't really spend on a lot of time talking about what it really is and what it how it benefits us and the patient. So I think it would spending time thinking about it and learning about it. I think made us reflect and critique what we've done in the past with our own patients and what we should change going forward to help make that better. And I also thought one thing that was cool when we learned about this, I had a observation at the clinic in town, and I was super surprised. I don't know if it was just because we had talked about it and then we went in and then I saw it, but the doctors there were just um, very involved with the patient. Just asked, they would know, oh, did you go to this meeting this week? Or how's your mom doing? It's not just here's what you're here for. This is what we're going to do. See you later. And then at the end of their visit, they would specifically ask do you have any other questions, and just have a nice day. And I feel from my personal experience, I haven't had a lot of doctors that come out and do that about those kind of things. So that was just kind of neat to see. And another thing that we talked about that I thought was neat to learn about was the work-life balance. And I thought it was interesting seeing how people defined it completely differently. Um, and being able to see when we got to interview the people how they do it. And I interviewed someone outside the athletic training department because I wanted to see, because athletic training people staff I feel are here a lot more, what I thought would be a lot more than other professors on campus. And so I interviewed Professor Krell, and she said that she really doesn't have a balance between her work and her life, that when she goes home at night, her talk at the dinner table is what'd you do at work today. So it was interesting to see how her work life balance was, and it was kind of almost similar because I feel that's more of what an athletic trainer's balance would be, because she lives so far away that she's here way more than she's home. So more of her life is spent in work. Um, so I think that was one of the cool things we learned about, and being able to talk about it with others and then see what we can how we can improve on that balance for ourselves. Um, Another question was, how do you approach conflict with people, whether it's classmates or professors or whoever. For me, I think it's different between who it is. So if it's a classmate, I don't think that that I will just ask about what the issue is or bring it up. But I think I kind of jump on that too soon sometimes. But with professors, I think you kind of have to be more held back with it, and kind of go about it in a nicer way. Think about what you say more so than how you go about it with just a classmate. Um, Another question was, how can you be successful in incorporating these things into our clinical setting, everything we've learned. And I think the patient-centered care is definitely one of the most important things we've learned for this question, because I think we really sat down and learned what was good, what was bad, and I think we all took notes on what we had done before versus and what we need to change. So I think that's a big thing for us to be successful, is having that relationship with our patients. And I think also being able to look at our balance between our work and our life world, and being able to manage those and still have whether it's a family or other things outside of that. I think that you really have to do whatever you need to do to move forward and to make things better for yourself. And I think that's it.